That's right, time to ban China. Okay, so as tensions rise with China over Taiwan, with the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visiting Taiwan and China getting absolutely feral over the visit, as you all know, live fires, huge ships, aircrafts, where will it stop? We don't know. It may go away, it may escalate, but I can tell you what is happening is tensions between China and America intensifying. And one good thing that could be coming from it is it waking up lawmakers in America about what China's been doing. Got some good news coming up. Welcome back to our awesome subscribers. If you're brand new here, like up-to-date information that affects you, weekly how-tos involving prepping, emergency preparedness, be sure to click that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Like I said, everyone, I got some good news. Finally, it sounds like they're cracking down on something that should have been handled a long time ago. If you guys didn't get a chance to see this video that I made a couple weeks ago, very good information, surprising information on how China's been able to buy up our housing, our farmlands, land to build their huge food factories, and I mean buying a lot of it, billions and billions and billions of dollars worth just last year.
Over the past 2 years, Chinese nationals have begun buying up tens of thousands of acres of farmland in the state of Oklahoma. While they've been doing so in a number of states, Oklahoma has become their go-to state for these purchases. Given the economic and the national security ramifications here, Congress should get involved.
One would think buying up all of our homes, buying up all of our farmland, and even buying land next to one of our most techie Air Force bases, like I tell you about in this video right here in case you missed, with loads of spying and espionage being warned. At some point, someone's got to think, when is Congress going to step in?
Now they are. My next guest, Senator Tom Cotton, and his colleague, Tommy Tuberville, introduced a bill this week that would ban the CCP and anyone associated with the CCP from buying up American land. And it's not just the Oklahoma farmland I told you about. According to the National Association of Realtors, Chinese investors were one of the top foreign purchasers of U.S. land, spending a record $6.1 billion last year just on existing homes.
And like I mentioned in the first video I recommended, they're buying up a ton. And in fact, they don't know how much China has bought, as they've found loopholes. And it's reported that there's no telling how much land and housing they have actually bought. So finally, Senator Tom Cotton moves to ban China from buying our land.
Well, our libertarian thought is very helpful in guiding tax policy and regulatory policy here in the United States. Ronald Reagan understood that. But in a world of borders, it doesn't work quite so well. Borders that are open on our border with Mexico, or we have Chinese influence crossing into our border from mainland China. And letting China buy up our farmland or our food companies is a massive strategic mistake. Look, the simple facts are this. China cannot feed itself. The United States can not only feed our own citizens, but feed much of the world thanks to the productivity of our farmers and our ranchers. Why would we ever want to surrender that huge strategic advantage to China?
And we have been. They have been buying up a ton of our farmland, along with other billionaires buying up a ton of our farmland. Billionaires that want us to eat bugs in place of meat, which I go into detail on this video. In case you haven't heard about that, I'll leave it at the end as well. And how about this? Did you know that every Chinese entity is required to commit acts of espionage?
Individuals, that actually are allowed to, purchase this land, the national intelligence law of China, that they actually have to be part of the Chinese network of the national intelligence law, and they require every Chinese national or entity to commit acts of espionage if the regime demands. So it's like China views their foreign nationals, whether they're here to buy land or here to be involved in some business, to track activities of Americans and businesses while they're here if asked, correct?
Yeah, that's right, Laura. I mean, China is not America. China is a communist country. And in America, if an American citizen wants to buy a farm in Canada or buy a timeshare condo in Mexico, they can do that. They don't have to ask permission of our government. But in China, if you want to get out of the country, if you want to take your money out of the country, then you in effect have to ask for permission from the Chinese Communist Party and to do their bidding if called upon. That's why we should simply stop these kinds of purchases of farmlands or food companies, or from Chinese companies building new food companies here in America, like they're trying to do outside the Grand Forks Air Force Base in North Dakota, doing Lord knows what else in proximity to that base. We should just stop it. It should not be allowed.
Now, did you know about that one? That's crazy. What do you guys think about that? Put it in the comments down below. That to me right there is incredible. The fact that that is clearly known and our leadership has allowed it. Who agrees with me that our leadership really needs to start putting America first and wake up? Absolutely, it should not be allowed. I sure hope Senator Tom Cotton is successful in banning China from buying our land and to put a stop to all the espionage. If you guys need that additional information you might have missed regarding this video, here's a couple videos that I've already done that'll give you a lot of good information that you should know. We are living in definitely weird times, a time where you need to be prepping. So keep prepping, keep learning, and keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.